A great showing from Amazulu. They scored 3 goals in 10 minutes to win a match against TS Galaxy. Mamelodi Sundowns finished top of the log at the end of this weekend with Orlando Pirates dropping point. Manchester United, they do a double over the top 2, which is Manchester City and Arsenal. Are Arsenal finally Arsenaling? Welcome to This is Soccer Zone. We're going to be looking back at the weekend that was, including the CAF Confederations Cup, where Kaizer Chiefs got all 3 points and Mamelodi Sundowns failed to get 3 points at home with a single point after a draw. What stood out for you on this weekend?
Tebogo Mokoena's goal. Beautiful goal.
What did it remind you of?
Mark Haskins' goal.
Fuck you.
No, just again, I look at a Kaizer Chiefs victory, a team that's fighting really hard. You know, people talk about the football they're playing, but they are grinding results, and you know that's the start of the road to redemption.
Kaizer Chiefs finishing the weekend on 3rd position there, but there is a conversation in and around the goal they scored against Golden Arrows. For that, we've got the principal, Victor Shumwane.
Can a player score a goal from a rebound? Can a player be offside from a rebound? I don't know. It's referees confusing the supporters or supporters confusing the referees. I don't know, but today we want to know. The FIFA laws of the game are here. We're going to finish it up here.
Well, we'll be back for that. Mazala Malef has got some stories as well. But before that, we want to know from you. That separate Durban City abakundawo yesithupha neMamelodi Sundowns abakundawo yesiqala. What do you make of that? Huh? 4 points separate unombolo 6 nonombolo 1. We'll take a look at the race at the top between Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Where was Sundowns at this stage last season? How many goals that they scored? Huh? We'll get to that. But right now, we need to get to Mazolo because he's got breaking news. It is the Super Journal.
Yep, Andile, breaking news hot off the press. Remember, this has got to do with Kutlwano Letlaku. It's a long-standing contract saga, this. Mamelodi Sundowns had received 2 offers as far back as August 2025 regarding the player from a Portuguese club, going as high up as 30 million rands, and the Brazilians rejected that, saying this is our future prospect. He's going nowhere, especially after the FIFA Club World Cup as well. Now, news coming out of Kloorkop is that the player has also rejected a new offer from the club, and essentially it appears as though he would want to run down his contract, which has got around 18 months or so left on it, with a potential move on the works, potentially as a free agent. But we could see how this works out in the coming weeks, coming months, as Mamelodi Sundowns are determined to keep their future star, who's only just turning 20 years old, and you could see that he holds a special place in the club's heart. I want to go to Hlompo Kekana on this as former skipper of Mamelodi Sundowns. Could this affect his minutes at the club with this current contract standoff from Kekana?
You know, Mazola and the guys, I think I love the boy. I just love the boy, and I hope in whatever they're deciding about him, it has to benefit both parties, because the kid needs to play football regularly. And I would love to see him, you know, growing in this industry, because he's a scorer. He knows how to pass, assist, and even score or pass. But I don't know if he's at the stage to move overseas now, if he hasn't been hitting the Mamelodi Sundowns first lineup. So it would be very sad to see him going overseas and come back. But it would be very nice to see him going overseas and stay there.
Yeah, it will be interesting what happens. We keep a close watch on that. We are Mamelodi Sundowns heavy tonight. The latest regarding Fleming Berg, that's the sporting director at Mamelodi Sundowns. We've got a statement from the national office bearers. I'd never heard of them before, but they've come out to condemn the behavior of what happened to the sporting director at Loftus after that CAF Champions League match. He was spilled with what looked like water. And although they did not mention him by name, it seems there's a apology to say we are backing the coaching staff and the players in these difficult times. It's relative or subjective, really, whether these are difficult times, considering they are both top of the log in the Champions League and the Betway Premiership as well. But we are keeping a close watch on whether there will be more coming out of the club with regards to the behavior of their fans towards the coach, as well as Fleming Berg, the sporting director as well. We are now going to move on to more transfer news. It relates to Chiefs captain and goalkeeper Brendan Petersen. This is a story we broke early December, that Kaizer Chiefs were determined on holding on to him when there were rumors circulating that he could sign a pre-contract elsewhere. But Chiefs finally tying him down, triggering that option on his contract to stay for at least one more season up until June 2027. That's the skipper, Brendan Petersen, staying put there. The next one, also transfer related, as the window closes on the 29th of August on Thursday. Sekhukhune United and Staley's working out some sort of a deal. This is Thato Khiba, who was at TS Galaxy just 6 months ago, joining Staley's, and he could be on the move, going to Sekhukhune United. And Sekhukhune United deciding to take Wonderboy Makubu, who's told Magesi, where he's on loan, that he does not want to stay there, and he could be a number 10 that Gavin Hunt is looking for at Staley's. I'm going to go to the Husk now, just to get his opinion on these two potential deals that could happen before the window closes.
Very interesting, especially Thato Khiba. You know, you look at that Stelli's midfield and where he fits in. I watched the game yesterday, and you had Jabbar as well as Mtiani. Mtiani is solid, and he's probably made that midfield position his own. And so maybe his game time is going to be limited there. That's probably why he is okay with the move away. And Wonderboy Makubu, I've seen him for Magezi up front, where he hassles defenders, he runs, he chases, he puts his body, you know, where it doesn't belong. And so that's the type of player Gavin Hunt loves, especially up front. Someone who's going to go to war, someone who's going to battle for him. And that's probably why he is a good fit for Gavin Hunt. So not bad on both sides, because Khiba also is going to add value to the Sekhukhune midfield.
Yeah, let's finish off with some news from Sekhukhune as they prepare for that Betway Premiership fixture against the log leaders Mamelodi Sundowns. I asked Coach Eric Tinkler, with all the noise happening at Kloorkop on and off the pitch, what's his take on it?
I actually think there's a lot of negativity that's going around them that is being created for wrong reasons. Sundowns won the league last year with 72 points, am I right? Yeah. So that's an average of 12 points every 5 games. They have exactly that amount. So have Sundowns got worse? I can understand if people say to me, oh, Sundowns now are not achieving the 12 points per 5 games. They now 8. Then I could sit here and say, yeah, there's a problem at Sundowns. But the fact of the matter is they've got 12 from 5. So they're still on target to 72 points come the end of the season, which no other team has even come close to.
Andile, there will be more on sabcsport.com if anybody needs context and more information on the breaking news stories.
Thank you, Mazola. Breaking stories there. You can find them on sabcsport.com. Of course, we're going to now go straight to the players that made the weekend rattle and shake. Amazing goals of the weekend. We chose these 3.
This is the goal that I thought was supposed to win us the match. I mean, what a goal, what a finish from Tebogo Mokoena. I love watching this, Maki. I'll watch this every day, no problem.
Absolute thunderbolts. And then Ngwenya coming up with a brace to get the win for AmaZulu, a tightly contested match against TS Galaxy.